What?
Snow. Love it. It's down the next day. Enter December. 2016 is almost dead. The holidays have been here. In fact, we're right in the thick of it. 2016 was a shit year. All kinds of disasters. Trump is president. Countless of our favorite singers dying off. Mass shootings, giant pipelines, natural disasters. If it could go wrong, it went wrong. One thing that was always amazing, though, was this very poetry night. Page 2 poetry at the Cush Cafe in Eugene, Oregon. I am your host and unshaven overlord, James Otter. Welcome to another exciting night of Poetry and Wonder. I am extra happy to see all of you here tonight. It's interesting considering I almost never advertise this, yet people still come. All right, get ready to have your minds blown countless times, because this is the best in hidden talent, the best in underground majesty. This is the best day of the week. Fuck all the other days of the week. Can I get a fuck yeah?
Fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah. All right. I take it all of you know the rules, right?
Yes.
All right. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm not even going to bother reading them. But I will say, starting next week, I'm going to be officially filming again. This week, I'm just testing it out. So, you know, if you don't want to be filmed, let me know. I'll turn the camera right the fuck off. All right. With all that said, I have a new poem for y'all. It's pretty short, too. Yes. New poem. It's called Living Backwards.
Oh.
Sunrise, sunset, nothing in between. Start with nighttime. Halloween orange glow, natural sunlight for an hour, divided into 30-minute segments. Everyone else wakes up, gets in their vehicle of choice. Children head to the re-education camps. Falling leaves drag their feet, ripping. The bottom of their pants on rough and tumble asphalt, shredded, drifting. The wind breaks in, knocking over plastic roadblocks. Obsessed with construction, city planners keep paving and rerouting. Cuddling my fragile skeleton, clinging to the walls, long-eared, piercing echoes, clearing the table after a long flight. Empty are the streets, social interaction with subconscious symbols, crisp air, frosty blankets, Granny Smith, apple tree frogs, fruit roll-up tongues. They commune and party, croaking about the air pressure, comfortable. It's a good time to be a scavenger, with few witnesses. Skin and bones, ribbed crowbars, arched like cobras. The human form dances on the outskirts, wandering the valley of picket fences and captured acres, visiting blackberries, immigrate. Jackrabbits nest inside the tourist plants, provided they are vegetarians. Chickens roost in crowded studios, farm fresh, city stale, frozen turkey, steadily returns from cryogenic stasis. Some people wear snow boots, others just socks. Wet feet all around. Ow. Oh, you know the rules don't apply to me. Yeah, good. Way to fuck up my reading. Okay, cool. Moving on. All right, sunrise. Time for bed. Sunset. The town is dead. What is my purpose? What is my purpose? Linger under street lights in the corner of your eyes. Am I real or just your breath, and only your breath? Condensation about to be wiped out. Inside they lay cozy, passed out or drunk. Long night of partying. All moments come to an end, including this one. And that was... someone had to like that poem because I don't. All right. Next up, we've got Andrew.
This is definitely one of those cold, wintry nights where Cush is in its slump of the last and the true and the faithful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just share some unedited thoughts I had one time. Starts out like this. I would rather you be constipated than shit in my lap. The other is not a place to defecate. I guess someone else has to handle other people's crap. Jesus Christ should come back with plastic gloves. There is a need in the psyche to vent. The venter vents, and the listener is vented. Then the listener must vent to another. The vented becomes the venter, and the venter the vented. All the heaven sent end up a little bent. Atlas gets back problems from burying the planet. Those who can be used will be put to good use and end up used up, wondering what's the use of such company for misery, but alas, there is no point in asking, for the dishes will be dirtied, washed and dirtied, and the toil adds up to nothing. Nevertheless, some service was rendered, and maybe a soul gets a little better if it can pronounce its sickness to a hearer. Sickness of the soul is contagious. Helpers of the soul are not exempt from contagion. The helpers will need help, and the helpers of the helpers will need help. One philosopher said, hell is other people. Can Hercules descend to Hades without a messianic complex? What kind of insanity does it take to offer unconditional love to anyone? What everyone craves, no one is willing to give, because every ego at some point will stick up for itself, making the savior a sad victim no matter how good, universally admired and universally spurned. Reverence with distance. Repentance is a place where people shit on Christ's lap and go about their happy way saddened by a blemish on their face. The real work is too hard, and faith in people's ability to transform is too pithy for anyone, anywhere, to make a lifetime commitment to being there where people being there is needed. And not just as a career choice you clock in and out of. Some guy in the sky is conveniently away and referenced readily by those who are really here to slough off the problems of this world and skirt the issue of unresolved suffering. Metaphysical cop-outs, philosophical cop-outs, psychological cop-outs, trite little proverbs which are cop-outs, to avoid the uncomfortable confrontation with that for which there is no quick solution. Nightmares are made of the stuff this side of waking, and crazy is a sane option in an insane place. I would rather you be constipated than shit in my lap. But I've thought enough about it that I actually feel kind of guilty about that. I suppose many never feel the guilt of apathy. That's the point of apathy, I guess. Caring and hurting go hand in hand. Sympathy has no escape from feeling. Feeling has no escape from hurting. As long as one is keenly aware that there are others who are hurting. You could have every luxury and still be tormented by the existence of torments, and still not know what to do about it, and be tormented about that too. But there's always a cheap way to cope, always a shallow fixture for cognitive dissonance. But if you look deeply, it's all just unsatisfactory. And yet, how egotistical to think that you could make a difference that counts, both to assume an ability to do and a knowledge of what to be done. You must scrutinize every detail of character and know yourself in order to not put a messianic ego trip on the world. Though this, it seems, all by itself could take a lifetime to perfect. Maybe just a sliver of true heart is enough to justify an attempt to try and reach into the dark and part a place for light to shine. It is a quaint idea. Thank you.
Ego's an interesting word. 3 letters. Who'd have thought? Man, though, talking about some. Lots to think about there. Ooh, and you just dodged the time. But it's interesting what you can learn in 8 minutes' time, you know? Isn't it? Ah, yes.
Ah, yes.
Ah, yes. Anna! Yeah, what's going on there? I mean, I know there's not a lot of us, but still, come on, let's put some effort in. I mean, this is Anna! Yeah! All right. You want to be filmed?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
Whoa, God.
Just kidding. Precious beans. All right. So, I like this crowd. It's all right with me. And I don't have my poem book here, but I guess it's in here, you know. since it's in all you guys is too, right?
No, hold.
Interconnected. Fuck it. Fuck yeah. So, I know this isn't usual. Is it cool to like read someone else's work? Because it was directed to me? Yes. Good job. Letter to. Wow. Listening to my own thoughts. It's been a wild week. I've been in finals and it's not that bad. It just does a toll on you. Right. Sunday afternoon. Dear Anna, I'm having a different way day. I enjoyed sleeping late, so I didn't go to church. I read the Sunday paper, and now I'm enjoying NFL football on TV. It's actually how all of our letters start out. It's getting cold here, and I'm glad to be inside. She's in Chicago. Shortly, I will go out and put some pieces of bread on the patio for the baby squirrel who comes every afternoon. I will go to the Wades, my cousin, for Thanksgiving meal. Dear Wendy, my aunt, her daughter, my mom's sister, wants to do the meal. I like to cook a turkey breast and all my favorite recipes on Wednesday night. Jacob, not this one, came home for this week. I am anxious to hear him tell of Iowa Times. I think that's funny because she has a different way of experiencing anxiety than I do. My knitting circle at church will be part of an Xmas sale the second Sunday in December. I've been feeling guilty because I made nothing. So Saturday, I got out my folder of patterns and found a lapel pin of 2 Xmas bells, red and white, and I'm making some to sell. I can do 1 pin in about 2 hours. And so it goes here. Have a fun Thanksgiving with your friends there. Love, Grandma Barb.
Yeah, Grandma.
She sends me those like, I don't know, like every week, every other week. And she sent them to my mom when she was doing her thing. Anyway, it's been good. And she sends me a little comic. And going off of that little thing, I'll read you a letter that I wrote to my friend that I've obviously not sent out yet because I'm kind of confused about it, like how my feelings are and how, how it's hard to recognize your own feelings when you're a 21-year-old. Dear Anonymous, thank you for the letter. Many feelings arise. Last night, I chipped some teeth, shattered my philtrum gauge, and bled felt from my heart. This morning, I eat awesome organic local foods at blank. The bakery La-di-da works at. It's strange to cry here. Halloween weekend here and now. I feel tempted to defend myself, but that's my ego. My ego. I think or not, I don't know. I want to be listened to by you and anyone really. Or anyone really. There's a difference between and or. I learned that in math class. And logic. I have a subconscious sense of who I am. Yes, and I want this to be cherished by others, to be supported and questioned when necessary. But when you hope my communication will not be cryptic, I perceive that you are dissatisfied. And yet, please don't play victim to this because this is just who I am and how I do me. You need not blame me for your confusion. Embrace my poetry. I will not apologize for being me. Part of our relationship I feel subverted. Thank you. While I learned to not take things personally, I become free, distracted looking for a table next to an outlet for study. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Right.
Loud and clear.
Okay. Some random thoughts. I don't think you're mean. I feel like the weather, changing, wet and gray, boundless. I really appreciate being connected to where I came from. If this is confusing, well, there are opportunities to learn. Back in the school we used to go to, we learned to write sentences that don't start with I all the time. Good skill. This time in life is rough. What to do? While you may disagree or react negatively, remain open and not judgmental. I feel we are meant to be companions for unique reasons, none of which I truly know or want to fully understand, but it's true, it's there. So be well with school, dreams, and love, so it goes. Dot, dot, dot. We aren't traditional, but complementary. Keep playing. What flower are you today? Love me. I'll write you a letter someday. And I decided to go through my notes because that's the kind of book I have. And sometimes at the here's the last page of my food studies class notes I have. Oh no, water class. Groundwater overdraft use more than recharge years from dried out streams, land sinks, necessary idea change depends on how withdrawn. Constructive management. Yeah. Aquifer storage and recovery. Sand, gravel, river flood, porous space, basalt, good aquifer, sponge penetrate. I feel hopeful for our water use. Treat and problems. Trickle down politics like toxics, and I won't break until Watershed Council. Know to voice how to voice my concerns and says so there. And then I think I was stoned that day because it was just some weird vague doodles. You can tell. And then from my first notes of that class was beautiful, color coordinated, and wrote down information necessary for office hours that I never went to. Term paper, still have to do that term paper. Due tomorrow. Thanks for the coffee, Cush. Alright, I'm not gonna read the rest. I'm just gonna ramble on, alright? What's my favorite color? OGBYN. I don't know what that means. OG, like organic gangster. OG, wait, is that like a vagina doctor thing? Like, I don't know. OG, I should know this, right? Because you assume that is my anatomy. Thank you for assuming my anatomy. Get out of the gutter mind of Anna of other people's minds. Alright, and so, why are people scared of spiders anyway? The other night, there was a spider crawling on my arm underneath the pillow, and I was like, oh man, I thought it was an ant. And I was like, that would be okay, but if it was a spider, it's something else. And so, since it was so small, and since I put it under the covers, I just kind of gently folded over something. I usually don't like try to strangle little creatures like that, but I did this time. I don't know why, because it was in my personal space, you know. And then they're like, okay, just don't think about it, you know, bear it down deep inside yourself in your consciousness. Don't tell the elders. It'll come back and bite you. Like that spider never actually did. Like, why are you so, like, I don't know. But then it came back. I was like, okay, that's freaking awesome. And then I just kind of blew it away. You know, you ever just like blow your problems away? Like, and then when I was doing those stretches today at school, I was feeling a little like lightheaded and feeling funny for trying to take care of myself in a world of seemingly people just kind of going on to the next thing and to the next thing, wondering about how to how to give your number to the math tutor that helps you out every now and then what's gonna happen, and then what does that even really mean, and like why we find companionships, and then why are girls sluts and boys studs? I don't know. What are the ethics of it? I don't know. Why is sex pleasurable? Are babies pleasurable? No. Are condoms pleasurable? No. I don't. Is pleasure pleasurable? No, because pleasure is from suffering, and suffering is from pleasure. And you guys are wondering these too.
Just do it. All right. Fuck yeah.
You're welcome.
Nerve endings. Nerve endings. That's why sex is pleasurable. Nerve endings. It all has to do with the brain. Oh man, I love doing that.
Give us another point.
What?
Give us another point.
What do you think you're doing, bossing me around? What's going on? Like doing a little bit of banter, and I might make this banter go a little longer, just out of spite. Jacob! Oh, that's not right.
Oh.
All right.
Okay. I just wrote. So this one's called Pico Bit It Ratioactive. Faint rush. We can split. Ghost thought it was white. Last leg of the race. Embracive cooling. Light hope trickle. Speared fruit on a tick's stick. I'm awoken to a laughter as waking. No to slowly trust friendship, to sail on Anna's saying, to blow problems away. Thank you. Just happened. This one is called Time Ligamentum. Domine. The spy's tone shimmers like the undercover splutter blood assassin esophageal bleeder. Ashen falling quivering nervous system breaker flipped off and on seagong fingers. Thin locked in wheeling made lock flow through the vein. Racing solitary lone, not too much or bad, but lone. Mourn the crushing, snug fast in legs wrapped in bone sheath as endocristosis, dicrystalic size of the limb, laced in plastic, rising fall smells like last fall's smells. Best friend. Last one ever, I'll ever have, I'll hate to break us. Treat us kind and consider dreams as they live through it. Melope, crushing loaf under expected bagot, cornered under 9 steps beyond gut creator. Something open. Good like awake, smoking, vanishing ocean. Clasped in Krogert, managing open. Feeling closing, like clone, like cloak, like open spynet, corroded free under endorse, steering open kill hips together, hide in the weather's engulfment, tease open a stormy heart-warming forward into your arms, closed loner ash trap speeding skyward 11 kilometers above where I am. Down under likes suturing, check run, cone, check like cone shell. Break cheg, hedge like she told me only to feel the stone beam encroaching, waist mount waist card coaching, Danny into footed ball bin netted choices. Kick or ball in. Kill the doll thin. She worked, triple shifted, open, audacious. Molten angle stimulated.
Peni, melter, frozen, commotion, lighter than speed can afford, tripping steed of a horse, flayed binaural neurary responder, claiming waste, beyond her little irresponsive cage, breathing not enough, attention for me to hold on to anything, but returning to present moment awness. Oh, oh, feel the, oh. Yeah.
Cool. Next. Yeah. Hips.
What? Fuck yeah. Man, a journey into madness. That was fun. That was fun.
Beat me up, Scotty.
You're coming up. Actually, you're up to the next guy. But no. Who is Vexman? All right. Yes. No Vexman.
Cheer.
All right.
Look at the trees, look at the sky, look at the moon. Look at my keys, look at my ride, I'm a tycoon. No, I'm just kidding, I came on the bus. Actually, I'll read something I wrote last night. I would do that, but I think it disappeared. So that said, we'll go back to the old one. The gods are dicks.
Yeah, they are.
The gods are dicks. There was a one-legged soul, mighty yak, strong and bold. He moved in hops and rolls. His cry was not bleats and moans, but thunder in heaven. He would shout, and they had to see. A great flash and cymbals crash. To and fro, creatures dash. Frightened, electric blast. But lo, for my jade liege, saw with jealousy, see. Sent his noble red guard to take this yak tryhard. Slay him who so did jar, divine concentration, testing God's patience. They fashioned him a drum from the poor yak's thumb, for God to beat when lightning comes. That's based on roughly on some Chinese mythology. What else they got? Cormac Dre. R.I.P. Okay, dedicated to Tupac. Kind of like Aladdin, a diamond in the rough. You couldn't live that life, it wasn't enough. The rose from the concrete proved nature's laws all wrong. A rose struggled to beat so the world hears its song. Now while speaking your voice, talk about life they given, they live in no choice. Kings in another place, but slaves here was their fate. Men, women together was peaceful and equal, and what was once regal now ghetto, the movie with all of its sequels. Put in theaters to see, a life of poverty. But Lady Liberty is blindfold by decree. Little shop of horrors, vines in all corridors. I want to be that rose, grow bigger to oppose, strangle all racist foes, and ensure that no opportunity is closed. All right. Out from around the heart. Love like a black hole. Where did all the light go? Can't get out. Just want to shout, let me out. One day, epiphany, and it was different from me.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes you gotta do for you. Can only be what's true for you. That I'm this way was on you too. Now I gotta evolve. I'm a problem to solve, but not one to revolve around you. I'm out from around you, like I was before I found you. I couldn't recreate you, almost came to hate you. Couldn't relate to you, so I had to escape you. Kind of like in Fight Club. When you lose everything, you are free to become anything. Alright, let's see what else I got. Oh, I gotta do this one. I like gin. I like rum. I like to win. I like to have fun. I like to sin. I like to grin. I like to read Proust. I'd like to be Faust. I'd like to own a house. Not a nasty, dirty, wet house, or a dry, barren, sandy house, but perhaps something chic in the Hamptons. It sure beats being under the bridge camping. Peacock, the spot. I'm at the top. Rock steady like we bought. I see players, girls, hot and heavy. Suckers, altercation, but I'm ready. Girl, just listen. Always steady, pleasing. Hips in collision. It's heavy breathing, lips in volition. And now we leaving. Suffering succotash. I'm a city slicker, the sickest and slickest. Without no secret, you see it, I'ma seek it. It's systematic, how sick I'm at it. If it was a city, I'd sack it. Rhyme saying, see me go super saiyan, something sensational is what I'm saying. Some suckers can spit and suck a stick as thick as a soda. Set up a cerebral cycle, say synapses, and the way she's snaking and shaking is sensual, sexual selection to seduction. Say you're gonna slay this, but your status is stasis. So sad that you're wasted. I see you're salivating to savor the sexy waitress, but she hates this. Sucker. All right, that's good. I feel like I dropped the poem I wrote last night, so maybe next time. But I'll tell you next time.
All right. Ooh. Oh man. You guys are so fucking cool. Seriously. You know, I mean, things have been it's been a little more intimate lately. God, that's so awkward. I don't like calling things like this intimate. It's like a big group of people hanging out, listening to poetry. It's just been communal.
We take off our clothes.
Well, yeah, but you shouldn't.
There's holes.
Well, I don't know. I mean, are there like reverse strip clubs anywhere?
Is that where you pay people to wear clothes?
Well, it's where everyone's naked, but like the whole thing is like the dancers are just putting more clothes on. You know, everyone else is naked though. The dancers? Yeah, totally. I mean, they gotta like de-strip. Yeah, fuck that joke. That joke can go die in a fire! Alright, Jules! Come on up here. Jules Bird! You have buried treasure for us, yeah.
Could be.
Alright, take it away, man.
Well, greetings, Earthlings. Today, I completed a poem just today, so this is just hot off the press here. And this is called Tour of a Turkish Bath. 4 beautiful women. There's a red towel around the red head of a redhead. There's a brown towel around the head of a brunette. And there's a black towel around the head of a darky. Smoking around their steam booths. Warm waves are wafting throughout. Here's that miracle you prayed for. In this, the winter of our discontent. Cold, dark, and dreary. But you are talking Turkey and the Turkish bath paradise. But not all that seems in this world of illusion is truly existing and real. Now, there are four handsome men in their steam booths, talking turkey in the Turkish bathhouse. Warm waves are wafting throughout. Here's that miracle you prayed for. In this, the winter of our discontent. Now many just naturally assume that all these men and women are naked. But not all that seems in this world of illusion is truly existing and real. The men are steam cleaning their suits and the women are steam cleaning their gowns.
Dang it.
Hello, Central. Give me heaven. An obscene movie quietly indicated a new prayer. Little explosions of blue and green fireworks lit up the horizon at night. Sincere Christians are just simply smiling. The angels look down demurely at the sweet old lady who's praying for the Lord's magic. Then she picks up the phone and talks to the operator. Hello, Central. Give me heaven.
Yeah, heaven.
All right, the next poem is a bit radical, and it's actually a responsive prayer, a responsive poem, excuse me. And here is your line. I ask you the question, and when I say congregation, you give me the answer. Here's the question. Do you dig my jive? And the answer is solid, Jack.
I love it.
And the second question is, do you dig my jive? And the answer is
Solid, Jay.
mellow, Mac.
Mellow.
All right. Now that we got that cleared up, here we go. The hippie Christianity presents the jive version of the Bible. We will begin our worship service today with this responsive question and answer ritual. Do you dig my jive?
Solid, Jack.
My associate pastor Mac now will ask you, do you dig my jive?
Mellow, Mac.
Collection basket ushers now pray. Oh, you can bet your money from 1 to 5. Do you dig my jive?
Solid, Jack.
Pastor, here's the sermon for today. When jive first started, there wasn't a hepcap alive who could be born until the universal dawn. There was a couple placed in paradise for a test. They came naked without secrets. At night, Adam would cry and make Eva moan. The next morning, they were born again pagans and began to speak in a strange tongue. He said, do you dig my jive?
Solid, Jack. Not one of those.
He said, do you dig my jive?
Mellow, Mac.
Then came Noah, who was given the jive straight from the Lord, and that is the Lord of all the hepcats. He said, Daddy-o, build yourself a sacred ark and parade as many animals as you can with my hypnotic jive, 'cause I think it's gonna rain. I don't know why there's no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather. Just can't get my heart together. It's raining all the time. Then came Daniel, who was thrown into the lion's den. He began to sing and dance. He jived them and made them all his friends. And even lions know never to eat your friends. Now Rip Van Winkle was a square, and his wife jacked him up about it, but didn't know how to jive him down. So he left his wife and drifted into Sleepy Hollow Valley, where he sleeps even today. And finally, I bring you back to Adam and Eve on their honeymoon night at the Honeymoon Hotel. Ava became the teacher, showing Adam how to solve the jigsaw puzzle by putting two thingies together in the dark. Do you dig my jive?
Solid, Jack.
I said, do you dig my jive?
Mellow, Mac.
Now pick a number of believability from 1 to 5. Do you dig my jive?
Solid. Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Finally, gonna sign this off with my favorite poem of E. E. Cummings. Autumn passes into winter. The glory has fallen out of the sky. The last immortal leaf is dead. And the old year, a formal spasm in the dust. This is the passing of all shining things. Therefore, we also blandly enter into receptive earth. Oh, let us descend. Take this shimmering wind, and take these fragile splendors from us. Crumple them and hide them from us. Now in thy breath we drive them into nothingness. For we would sleep. Oh, we would sleep. This is the passing of all shining things. No lingering, no backward sliding. Oh, how we are wandering and wondering. Yes, that is our pastime. Too secretly we pray. O soul, be strong and make my feet glad and straight, my heart fear roaming and glory girded. Determined faces now lead us into the serious, steep darkness.
I want an illustrated copy of all of them. That was so, oh my god, that was amazing. Fuck yeah! Seriously, fuck yeah! Come on, let's do it! Yeah! Oh my god! See, you can't just do that at like, some other open mic. Like, oh no, you said the fuck word! I think there are worse words than the fuck word. Like moist. Moist?
Like a cake?
Shame.
Yes. Yes, like a moist piece of cake. All right. Raven, come on up here.
Donald T. Rump, Mike Pencil. 4 more years of what? You think it's going to be 4 years of paradise?
Nope.
Not with Donald T. Rump or Mike Pencil Cola. Probably Diet Cola too. I was going to read something and it's like, I don't know. Maybe I'll just sit up here and talk. And I've been like, so my life is like this major change, and it's incredible because a lot of things happen and stuff you don't expect sometimes. And, becoming yourself in the world, you realize things that come at you that you don't expect, and you have to deal with them. It's like getting hit by a cast iron skillet in the face. And then you understand life's a little different now. And you start thinking different. You start relating to things different. You start wondering where you're going to land. A lot of things change. How you relate to people, how you see people, how people relate to you. You start to wake up different in the morning. You go to bed different in the morning. You look at yourself in the mirror and you see a different person. You start to change. And then you're moving along and you find yourself feeling comfortable. And then Donald T. Rump starts to become the president with Mike Pencil. And you wonder, what the fuck is next? Because apparently all this stuff that you hear is that these Donald T. Rump and Mike Pencil, they apparently don't support you as a human being and a woman. And so you worry about your rights. I mean, it's bad enough already under Obama
which I'm not dissing Obama, but you struggle enough. You have to fight to get to where you are. And now you've got Donald T. Rump and Mike Pencil. And you wonder what's going to happen over these 4 years. All of us may be challenged. There may be one massive standing rock on the West Coast or who knows where. In its own way, we may be fighting our own government. It's hard to say. But one thing's for sure is I don't think I'm going anywhere. I'm going to stay right where I am because I don't think I should have to run away from my own country. I love this country. I love this land. I love Oregon. I love all of you. I love Eugene. And I really think that as a community here in Eugene, we have a lot to offer each other. I hear a lot of good about Eugene. I hear a lot of good about the community here. That we are loving and accepting, and that we embrace peace. And I like peace. I think we all need more peace. We all need more love. I kind of wonder what's ahead of us in 4 years. Are we going to come together more if times get tough? Is it going to make us stronger? Anyways, I guess I'm kind of running out of things to say, but it's been difficult, but also I really enjoy who I am, being who I am. I really celebrate it. On the other hand, it's been a very big learning experience. And I'm really thankful to be here and be amongst everybody and to hear everybody share and to hear the talent and to be able to share myself. And I feel a lot of connection. And so I guess I'll go ahead and sign off and say thank you very much. And I love all of you.
We love you too. I'm happy to have this community. I mean, it's slow right now, but, all of you are very much here. And this is a safe spot. Plus, if any of them bigots come in, I mean, fuck them. I know how to improvise. But, this is a safe place, and I don't want to run either. Toronto Dump and Mike Pestilence. Those fucking, I mean, Donald Trump's the great distractor. He goes on Twitter and he's like, I woke up this morning, I couldn't find my fucking socks. I'm pissed off at this sock company, let's boycott them, And Mike Pence is meanwhile, he's backstage just like, I was thinking I want to make it illegal for people to wear this brand of, I want to make it so that people who wear sandals are jailed. It's fucked up, and these next 4 years are going to be a goddamn challenge. They're going to be fucking insane, and it's important to keep our heads and to stick together, We got this great community of creative people, open people, all this going on, and I didn't have this before. It changed my fucking life. I mean, I feel like it's affected a lot of people in positive ways. So I say, you want to fight it. Do something creative every day. You got writer's block, paint. You got painter's block, do photography. You got photography block, I don't know, fucking ride a horse. Go crazy. The sky's the limit. Okay, enough inspirational speech. This isn't a fucking movie. All right, Chris, our final poet of the night. Woo!
Come on, Chris, you badass.
Yeah.
So badass, good ass.
Good ass.
Come on, Chris, you good ass.
So fucking inspired right now.
Fuck yeah. Take it away, buddy.
Thanks.
Man.
Beautiful evening.
A beautiful evening for a suicide note. This one's called A Letter, Suicide Note. And it's crazy. This, yes, I shall populate this world once more with beasts, Sasquatch, Fae, and Elf, until there's an overabundance of facts, an overabundance in the wildwood realm. Some there are might doubt the veracity of my stories, but set down this in your almanac. In your ledger book, make a note. When I die, I will join the Sasquatch. All who in like manner end their life with a cedar stake on winter solstice become Saskatchewan. Love, Chris. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Coolest suicide note I ever read. Hey, that's it.
Oh man.
Thank God.
What a night. What? Oh, Chris. Oh man, Sasquatch. He might be out there, or she, or it might be something like. What if it turned out like there was like a Sasquatch out there, and it like paid attention, and it just like messed with campers like all the time. Like it wasn't even like it was just like this little prankster dude. I don't fucking know what I'm talking about. Bigfoot, big, large foot. What about large foot? Fucking mammoth foot.
Burn it.
No, I don't. I don't need to know. Knowledge is power, and power corrupts. All right, I have a bonus poem. I forget if I've read this year. I think I only read it in one other place. Who cares? All right. There we go. Curtain gag. All right. Okay. This is called Sunshine on Christmas. A white Christmas in suburbia. Asleep at the wheel after weeks of shopping. Green and red strand, shadows dance on the wall. A few weeks of partying. The season of light. Well, the rest of the world is suffering from drought and starvation. A goose tans into a lovely crisp in an oven, resting comfortable, serving a delicious purpose. Traditions vary family to family. Chicken, goose, turkey, ham, turducken, nothing. Jack Frost tries his damnedest to get inside. In the Southwest, Jack is already dead. Harvesting parasites, green in the tops of maple trees, oak and more. Mistletoe, caroling. Door to door they celebrate the pagan ways, believing it's something else. Advent chocolate and psalms, stories and more. Church is such a bore, a chore that makes little kids snore. Bring on the presents, bring on the fun. Smoking gives you a cool cough. Who cares about Jesus? He's been dead for so long. It's not even his birthday that church can't remember. Christ their Lord wasn't birthed in December. He was born in the summer or the spring. Maybe he was born in a madman's dream. Santa is everywhere. A god with diabetes. He's sick and tired of cookies. Mean children leave him feces. On the day of the solstice, people burn what they can, privileged or frozen. On the radio, there's chanting and sad Christmas songs, catchy or lamented. Scrooge and his ghost friends wake up again, learning a lesson we already knew. Jack Skellington and the rest of pop culture get out their costumes, starving like vultures. The reason for the season is the weather. It's foggy and snowy, cold and alone. The reason is nature. It's a cycle. The holidays are our way of coping, hoping and hoping to finally get that pony. material joy to fill that void. Whenever we wake up, all of our dreams will be destroyed. Holiday joy is no longer Chinese-made toys or yuppie-grade knits. It's socks and sweaters, boxes of sticks. All the angry, hateful fucks have another reason to get on the news. Rifle in hand, a noose or a lance. Behead the unfaithful. Fill them with coal. Lord Jesus will throw away your soul. Christmas is about family and friends getting disappointed and growing up. It's about lies and love, merchandise and sales. It's about dedication and despair. Waking up in a cardboard box with nothing there. Christmas is about giving gifts like lessons. It's about teaching your children to fear and love what is not there. The holiday season may never rest in peace. It won't get to sleep in. Hard work for everyone. The money is coming in. So don't give in. Celebrate what you want, however you want. It's just one day and then it's not. There you go. Yeah, see, that frog bump kind of sucks ass compared to that fucking interesting little thing that came out of my brain for some reason. It's like,
Onward.
Okay, what's up? This is Dave shit. Like sort of half.
yeah,
officially, like,
yeah, it's called getting off the stage.
Alright.
Yeah. Come on, out of backstage too. It's like, anyone superstitious? I told that joke a month ago. Jesus, where's the parasol? I like the parasol better. Anyway, this has been an interesting night. Thanks for coming out, people. I definitely appreciate it. You know, like I said, starting next week, I am going to be filming officially. It's now be HD quality. You know, give Chris a big round of applause, because this wouldn't be happening if it weren't for him. Anyway, my voice is going out, so thanks for coming out. I'll see you next Tuesday.
I want to thank all those people that performed with my poem today. I'm going to be working on my next poem in that series called Pass That Joint, Jack.
Yeah.